there, and happy Tuesday, December 24th. Hi, I'm Deirdre. I'm a sixth-generation psychic, and today I'm going to be sharing your daily intuitive messages. And what you can expect is, first, I'm going to check into how the energy vibe's going on today. So then give you some helpful tips to how to flow into abundance and love. And also, I will be pulling some angel tarot cards to see what other things you can expect, maybe in love, career, your purpose. So continue watching if this sounds like something you're interested in. And meanwhile, if you don't mind, help me grow this channel and hit subscribe and like if you're enjoying this content. All right, so let's begin. Again, today's energy vibe is embrace flexibility. I know you guys that are especially, I'm laughing, especially you guys who are rigid and like routine. It's actually because Gemini squaring Saturn and Pisces, you may feel like you're taking one step forward and three steps back. So why resist this energy right now? That's why I always like to check in for myself. I'm not an astrologer, but I always like to kind of know what's going on. So if I'm feeling any resistance, you know what? Right now, just kind of go with the flow. That's how it's like a dance, as I say. Also, reflect and reassess. It's a time to Mars retrograde in Leo, encouraging, introspection. Take some time to revisit some passions and projects. Maybe some projects you had started, you kind of put them on hold. Well, now's a good time to actually reassess them. And then you can actually, going into the new year, see if it's part of your true self. And if it's worth actually continuing resparking it or just to call it a quits. Also, plan, don't push. Mercury's recent direct motion in Saturn suggests it's a great time for planning future events. However, avoid rushing direct into Saturn. It suggests it's a great time for planning future adventures. So if you want to start making some trips in 2025, this is the time to look into it. Also, it feels like you should take this time and be more in contemplation, more in self-discovery, meditate, go outdoors, and before you jump into anything, because this is a good time. The more you're quiet, the more intuitively you're going to hear your spirit guides and your angels and the universe. So then you can get energy vibe, what to do and what not to do. And again, please only take what resonates and leave the rest. I always feel it's not too good to be too rigid with anything. It's better to flow. And that's when you find that if you allow the unknown to come forward, usually the universe has a lot better things in store for us than we can ever imagine. So always allow some unknown to be in there. So I am now pulling some angel tarot cards to see what you can expect and what happened in the recent past, what is happening right now, and what's in the possible future. And this is just over the next couple of days. Again, even though I'm focusing on today's date, Tuesday, December 24th, but this usually happens in the next couple of days or whenever you're coming across this video. It's perfect for you. Okay, in the recent past, it looks like you had to be really flexible. Perhaps it feels like it's more of a love reading. What else is new? It feels like you had to be really flexible with somebody. And it looks like you finally figured out they're not for you, it looks like. Okay, in the recent past, I think you finally figured out that maybe you're on a spiritual journey and the person you were dealing with, it feels again, maybe it's family, maybe it's a friend, but it does give a romantic vibe. But again, please only take what resonates. It feels like you finally connected with your higher power, really tapping into your own intuition. I get psychic development. Maybe you're taking courses, reading about the subject matter, and you finally you found your tribe. This is a group of people that, just like you, they're intuitive, I keep hearing psychic development. Good for you. I'll be offering psychic development courses pretty soon in the next couple of months, so stay tuned. Okay, I'm going to say this. So again, in the recent past, it looks like you also chose this person because they were glittery. I always call that the shiny new syndrome, shiny new thing syndrome. I think your person also suffered from that, which means ooh, look at, this is shinier, this is shinier. And you were like, what happened? So to me, it looks like they had a wandering eye. And you were like, why? Why are you doing that? I feel like you finally said, you know what, I don't think this is for me. I feel like as you started to ascend your energy, you realize that this person, they brought chaos and conflict into your life, and you really are looking for a long-term monogamous committed relationship. But you're not just looking for money, you're not just looking for a quick fix. It looks like now you really are looking for somebody to go to the distance with you. Okay, so now let's tap into the current energy. It does feel like currently you may be still with them and you're realizing this is just going round and round. It's the same old story with this person. What else can you tell us about this person? What else? It looks like I'm not sure if you broke up with them or you're getting ready to, or they did. It feels like more from your end, to be honest, because it looks like you got a message and you're at peace with it. So maybe you perhaps message them that, excuse me, this is not, it was just too chaotic for you and you just had to let it go. Now you can breathe, because I don't feel like you're with this person or you're getting ready to break up with them. Or again, maybe it's a friend or family member. You just had enough. You know, it just feels like this has been going on and on. Some of you, maybe it was just a couple of months, maybe some of you for years. So now you're finally ready to get to work. I feel like you're working on yourself now. You're going to probably go in seclusion if you haven't already. Hey, and a little side note, maybe some of you are going on a cruise right now. It looks like you're ready for a new life. You don't want to go back. You don't want to go backwards. Not at all. And because if you do this, you're going to find your soulmate. Because I think now you got clear what your soulmate looks like. Your guides and angels are like, come on, tick-tock, let's get going. Work on yourself. The quicker you work on yourself and figure out what you want, guess what? The faster they're going to bring you what you want. But, you know, that's not the universe's job to do that. Nope. They'll keep on giving you frogs, as I can say, and they're not frogs on purpose. Dating, you have to look at as like the sales funnel. Anybody out there, let me know in the comment section if you're been in sales, you know, the sales funnel. You got to date a lot. You got to figure out what you like. Do you like chocolate, vanilla, or strawberry? That's how dating is. And the more you get out there and date and talk to others, then you kind of filter it and niche it down, so to speak, what your real type is. All right, one more card for current. You know, I do feel if you're still with somebody, you're going to be fair with the breakup. You're finally, you know, whether they initiate it or you do. But it feels like it's going to be very fair. And I think both parties are going to realize they're not for each other. Okay, so now, in your close future, I love it. Everything's going to fall into place. Once you realize what you want, what you don't want, everything is like, it just, this card represents serendipity to me. And by the way, I channel. I'm not a tarot reader. This is channeling. I just use the cards when I do. I'm going to call it, you know, like group readings, you know, I call it. Now, when I'm one-on-one, I channel by writing. If you ever want a private reading, you can click the link in the description. And what I do is if you ask me about somebody, I channel their higher self. That's one of my skills. Okay. You know, I feel like the more flexible you are and the more you're open to the universe bringing you amazing abundance, long-term partner, whatever your thing is, the more things are going to become synchronistic. They're going to fall right into place. But you're going to have to, you know, it's kind of funny how the energy vibe is kind of very similar to this. They're telling you to kind of be more flexible right now, because you're, you know, why, if you're going to feel like every time you take one step forward and 3 steps back, you might as well just chill right now. Why are you fighting it? This person that you're going to end up meeting is going to go the distance with you. And anybody, I feel this is like a family card. If you've had family history of fighting, bickering, back and forth, you're going to finally mend all that. A lot of family trauma here. This is the family trauma card for me, that you're going to mend a lot of that. And that's going to help you, I feel, to find true love and heal yourself. And this could also mean for those of you that maybe were in separation from your partner and you were able to work, this is also your able to work it out card. But that's not for everybody. You know, it's interesting because they, when I say they, I'm talking about your angels and spirit guides. That's what I'm saying. Wow, okay. So I do feel your angels and guides in the universe, it's going to be fated. I don't get this is, I mean, it could be online dating, but this gets more like maybe you're on vacation. You're a person who lives between the spiritual world and the physical world. Hey, I understand that. I do too. And I feel like if you don't take this time out right now and get really clear and tap into your higher power, the universal energies, you're going to end up going round and round and repeat another cycle. Don't go for all that shiny anymore. Those days are done, because that just comes and goes very quickly. It's time for you to kind of like be really peaceful within, heal yourself, and I hear within 8 months, whenever you're watching this, you're going to find your love partner. Now, some of you might be like, 8 months? Oh my goodness. But one last message. If you need to close out all the old exes first, you know, it doesn't mean, when I say close it out, doesn't mean you need to go to their house and have a coffee with them and discuss the past. No, that's not what I mean. You yourself need to go one by one. Anybody that you dated in the past, married to, what have you, even if you go back to childhood, you need to forgive them and forgive yourself. Go do one by one, because otherwise, if you still have this unfinished business, you're going to wonder why. It says the why card, why you keep manifesting the same type, that narcissist, the selfish one, the one, the cheater, the unavailable. We can go on and on. I do private readings every day almost, and I hear the same story. I said joking aside, I'm just going to hit play of every answer I get, because they're all the same. But once you do that, and you know how you know you're going to meet your person? All of a sudden, out of nowhere, this is the message in a bottle card. That means that all the exes are going to start appearing anyway. Oh, how you doing? That's when you know you're meeting your person. They're all going to come out of the woodwork. Thank you so much. And one last thing. How do you know when you get ready to meet your person? They said you're just going to have a deep knowing. You're going to feel it in your mind, body, and soul. Sometimes the timing's a little off because you have some unfinished business with all these exes first. Handle that first. Clean out your closet first. Then, when you meet your person, the two of you guys are going to be at high vibe energy and has a lot of potential for long term. Thank you again. Enjoy the holiday season, and I'll see you back here tomorrow. If you would like a private psychic intuitive session, I have an automated online scheduler that will direct you to my website. You can click the link in the description. Also, if you're really enjoying this content, help me build my channel. I'm new here, and I would really appreciate if you guys could hit the subscribe and like button. And if you're really enjoying this content too, here are some others to check out too. Thank you, and I'll see you tomorrow.